be prepared to put in the time and the resources to address these problems so that there is credibility. And then if you're able to say that with respect to one problem that has arisen, it has the effect of creating a deterrent effect on a dozen other problems. So the other country understands that you're prepared to put your money where your mouth is and litigate and resolve a problem that way. So that's the way we utilize our resources in enforcement in a strategic way. And the president, last comment I guess I would make, and the president has doubled down on his administration's commitment to enforcement by creating in 2012 an interagency trade enforcement center that brings together all of the agencies of the executive branch to make an unparalleled commitment to enforcement. And this included, I mentioned the rare earths case before. We had to work with the Bureau of Mines in the U.S. government. You may not think of that as a trade agency, but in understanding the system of rare earths extraction and defenses that the government of China was likely to present and then did present, and enabling our legal case to overcome those defenses and win the case and win it strongly, we had to work with a wide diversity of interests in our government. And so that was essential, and I've seen over 2 decades, that is an essential element of making sure that the trade agreement that we negotiate will in fact bring the benefits to the public, to workers, to businesses that it is intended to.
So for people here in California and even back east in, not even Washington, D.C., but in Maryland and Virginia, what can average Americans expect to see in terms of the kinds of companies and organizations that they're working for, the benefits of this agreement? I mean, they're probably not going to be immediate, but over the medium and longer term, what tangible benefits might they see impacting their jobs, their everyday life? I mean, obviously, a huge market. It's all about exports for the most part. The ability to sell, export our goods and services. But what about those who are not directly in that specific exporting business, if you will, or sector? These are people who hear about the pluses and minuses of trade policy, this particular agreement, the fight on Capitol Hill about it. When it comes up for a final vote, later this year, what would that individual expect to be thinking about as it relates to this?
So it really depends